folks, bluesboyjag here. Yet another 4-string cigar box guitar lesson. This is going to be Tennessee Risky by the great Chris Stapelton. This is a 4-string Jerry Garcia model. Single coil pickup. Those 4 screws are the pull pieces. The pickup is embedded in the box. That's to preserve the artwork. Bolt for a bridge. Been doing this since 2004. Perfectly intonated. Thousands of cigar box guitars sold. 5th string, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, tuned open G, 25.5 inch scale. Red oak neck. Let's get right to it. So we're tuned to open G. This is a 5th string from a regular 6-string set, tuned down from A to G. This is a 4th string tuned normal to D. This is a 3rd string tuned normal to G. And a 2nd string tuned normal to B. Open G tuning. What we're going to be doing here is a hammer-on. So you can pick it, you can hammer it. So I'm using my thumb here, but you can use whatever fingers you like. I'm on the 3rd string, I'm playing it open, no fingers, then I'm going to the 2nd fret with my 1st finger. Then I'm playing the next string open with my thumb. You can also use your 1st finger if you like. Then I'm just playing all the strings. Now give it one more strum. What I'm going to do in there is 1st fingers on the 1st string 2nd fret and 2nd fingers on the 3rd string 2nd fret. The next part is a hammer-on. So we're going to go to a chord after that instead of that last note that I just played. So 1st fingers on the 2nd string 2nd fret. You're going to hammer with your 3rd finger 2 frets up on that same string. You want to pause just a split second. You don't want, you want it to be paused. So let's do that again. What chord is this? This is an A minor shape. I'm using my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers. That's just because of how I like to do it. Most of the time, you'll probably be using your 1st finger on the 1st string, 1st fret, 3rd finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret. And you're going to be using that 3rd string with your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret. So, from the top. So let me show you the strum pattern when we get to this chord here. All right, let's go back to that. So what I'm doing here is using my fingers. You can use a pick, but I'm using my fingers. I'm going, my thumb is on that bass note. The 1st finger is doing the strumming. Obviously, I'm doing this more times than the song actually has it, so you can kind of get the groove there. Now, one more time for those of you wondering why I'm doing the A minor this way. I got into this habit many years ago doing the 6-string bar chord, right? So that's why I'm using the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers instead of the usual 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. But either way is fine. So it's important that you do this strum pattern along with the bass note. That's the bass note. I'm using my thumb. You can use your pick, you can use your fingers, however you want to do it. So we're just walking back down. Basically, we started in G, we walked up to C, and we hung on C for a while, and then we walked back down to G. There's your G. There's your C back to G. Here's your walk up. First finger's on 1-1 and your second finger's on 3-2. That's sorta, kinda, sorta a C chord. And that's it. Let me show you one other thing you can do here. When you're doing that minor chord, you can use your thumb on the 4th string 2nd fret. So you can kind of go back and forth between this upper bass note and a lower. That's the same note, by the way, as that 2nd string. So when you're doing that A minor chord, well, A minor shape, you can use that thumb on the big string if you want to. So you can kind of go back and forth between that 3rd string and the 4th string. It's up to you, however you want to do that. Okay, so that's the gist of the entire song. You've got 2 different parts there, and it just kind of repeats through the whole song. So there's some other things you can do on top of this. You can kind of add another way to play that chord. You've got the 12th fret up here, which is the same as your open no fingers chord, right? So you can play it up here too if you want. So that's your G chord. There's your C chord. Sort of, kind of. Or you can go. So I've got my first finger on the 1st string 12th fret, 2nd finger on the 2nd string 13th fret. I got my pinky on the 3rd string on the 15th, or 14th, sorry, 12th, 13th, 14th, and then the 3rd finger on the 3rd string 14th fret. So that's the upper version of that minor chord. So if you want to kind of throw a little bit of a curveball in there, when you get to that point, and just add some more flavor, an octave up. So you can kind of jump back and forth between your 12th fret. Gives it a little bit more flavor, a couple more options there for you to kind of add a little sugar on top. So that's the whole song. You can use a pick. I prefer to use my fingers. I've just been doing these kinds of songs, these strum songs, with my fingers for so long. I play them on the 6-string and the electric with my fingers. But you can use a pick for sure, or no pick, and just kind of use your fingers to pick. So a little bit of theory here. To backtrack a little bit, here's your G chord, no fingers. This is a C chord, but it's also got a big honking G in the bass there. So it has a slightly different sound than a regular C, but you can use it for a C. Alright, so how would you improvise on this song? So we're in the key of open G. So, I mean open tune guitar, tuned to G. So, I'll show you a couple things you can do. Here's a 7th chord, C7. What you're doing is first finger on 1st string, 1st fret, 2nd finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret, pinky on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. So here's your C chord, and here's your C7. So you can throw that in there if you want to, do a little improv. A lot of different things you can do. Sometimes I'll take my my 2nd finger off the 1st string of that minor chord. And don't forget, you've got your regular old A minor shape right up here on the 12th fret. So that's going to be 1st finger on the 1st string, 13th fret, pinky on the 2nd string, 14th fret, third finger, 3rd string, 14th fret. Regular old A minor bar chord shape. So you can do that same thing up here on the 12th fret that you did down here, just to add some flavor to it. So one more thing, let me show you the strum pattern on that. I know we went over this a little bit before. I'll do it slower. Using my 1st finger, only my 1st finger is touching the strings, and then my thumb. So this is what it looks like. It looks like I have a pick in my hand, but I don't. I'm just pretending like I have a pick in my hand, and I'm strumming with this part of my nail. I'm also strumming with that part of my finger. You can use your 2nd finger, 3rd finger. You can do a flamenco strum. We're kind of getting off track here, but there's just a whole bunch of things you can do. So that's the whole thing, folks. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please subscribe if you like my lessons, and my website is jagshouse.com. Cigar box guitars since 2004. Thanks so much. We'll see you later. Have fun with that.